Welcome back to the Cowboys Star Report. I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis, and it's Thursday, September 8th, 2011.
Football is here, Jeffrey. We are excited. Kickoff tonight and just 3 days before the Cowboys start their season. But they have some key injuries, Jeffrey, and that's going to be worrisome.
They also signed, speaking of injuries, they signed free agent wide receiver Laurent Robinson.
That's right, and we'll take a look at that opening season game against the New York Jets. Okay, Jeffrey, these injuries that we're talking about, remember last year they lost Tony Romo for pretty much most of the season, 10 games, and injuries are a part of football. I don't like it.
No one likes injuries, Steven, but I remind you that the team playing tonight, the Green Bay Packers, suffered an awful lot of injuries. They had 15 guys go on the DL, or IR last year, and they still managed to win the Super Bowl.
They did.
Yes, it was not the quarterback out for as long as Tony Romo was out, having to be replaced by John Kitna. But John Kitna did a fine job, Steven.
He did. It was
the problems were elsewhere on this team.
Yeah, well, Cowboys received a scare yesterday when rookie offensive lineman Tyron Smith and cornerback Mike Jenkins both went out with hyperextended knees. Fortunately, Jeffrey, they're back on the field today and practicing.
Yeah, this is really good news. I'm glad that they're back on the field. I don't know if they're going to be able to go on Sunday or not, but they need to stay working with the ones to stay sharp so that when they take the field, they can explode and become an integrated part of this defense.
Yeah, at practice day, Mike Jenkins did roll with the players. He was out with his teammates practicing. Tyron Smith kind of just watched practice from the side. But we hope that at least since they're out on the field, there's a chance that they'll play Sunday against the Jets.
Now, something interesting's happened on the way to the office. Yes, on the way to the office, we found out that Laurent Robinson, the much-traveled wide receiver Laurent Robinson, was signed by the Dallas Cowboys. And a lot of people are going, what?
Well, yeah, it was necessary to kind of bolster the depth there at the wide receiver position. Look, remember, they've got Dez Bryant, they got Miles Austin, they've got Kevin Ogletree as the third wide receiver, and then the depth kind of goes to some rookies there, Dwayne Harris, Jesse Holley, second-year, third-year guy who's very, very limited experience playing on regular season football games. So they needed some veteran kind of presence there, Jeffrey. However, you got to remember, okay, the third wide receiver position is like the fifth target for the Cowboys. With Jason Witten and Felix Jones out of the backfield, you can't worry.
I couldn't agree more, Steven, and I think that the fact most teams are looking for two good guys you can rely on to catch the ball. Dallas has 5. Yeah, there's a couple teams that have 7, like New Orleans and New England and things like that, but most teams are just hoping to have 2. And Dallas has got 5. They're going to be fine. Felix Jones is a wide receiver. Yeah, he plays running back. You know, Jason Witten, yeah, he's a wide receiver, but he plays tight end. It's like there's plenty of guys. When Kevin Ogletree is your third guy, and that's as deep as you have to go, and that's your worst guy, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good there. Now, Jeffrey, opening the season, the Cowboys have the draw of going to New York on 9/11 to face the Jets. Ouch.
Talk about an unenviable draw here, Steven. As America remembers the 10th anniversary of September 11th attacks on New York City and on Washington, D.C., it's going to be so unbelievably emotional for everyone involved, not just the New York Jets players. And Rex Ryan has built this game up to be the biggest deal in the world. He has said this is the most important game he has coached in his career.
Yeah, here's why I like the Cowboys in this game, Jeffrey. It's for those reasons. Rex Ryan has put all this added pressure on his team to win this football game. Then he's had the added pressure of all of this emotion for that city, and they're going to carry it all. Plus all the fans that pack into that stadium, they're all going to be expecting the Jets win. In the playoffs, I think the Jets, they like that pressure. Early on in the season, not so much. I'll take you back to last year, opened a brand new stadium against the Baltimore Ravens, and they could only manage 9 points. I think Rob Ryan takes advantage of that. He sigs his defense on Mark Sanchez, and that's why the Cowboys come out on top.
Okay, Steven, I actually believe this image that you've been looking at here is one that I took well before, obviously, the September 11th attacks.
Yeah.
And then I went into Photoshop and took out the towers just to be really devastated by how much this affects everybody. You look at the Manhattan skyline and you are reminded constantly. And what's going to happen in the dark there in New Jersey, just across the shore, is you're going to see the beacon of light that goes up from ground zero every night after dark. And I get chills, Steven, just talking about it right now. Those players are going to have more than chills. They're going to feel the weight of the city on their shoulders. And, Steven, I think they go out and they win by a field goal in what is going to be a fantastic battle.
Well, it's a great way to open Sunday Night Football. I can't wait for the season to start. Let's get it. Hopefully the Cowboys prove you wrong, Jeffrey. We'll find out, and we'll come talk about it next week. I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis.
For your Cowboys Star Report.